Hey guys, so I'm going to keep this intro short and sweet. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Huda Beauty new Nudes palette. I was able to get this the same day it launched in Sephora. So without further ado, let's jump on into this video. So this is what the unicarton looks like. It's like a plastic-y type material, which is pretty cool because I've not seen a palette come in this kind of unicarton. And it looks like there's 18 shades, 10 mattes, 4 multi-reflective, 2 pressed glitters, and 1 pressed pearl. And then you have a concealer base. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen a palette come with its own concealer base, but this is what the palette looks like. I absolutely love this packaging. I think it is so cool. So just open it up and remove the little slip. This is what the inside of the palette looks like. I absolutely love these colors. I mean, these are just like they just speak to me. So I am going to try to insert some swatches. I'm not the best at them, so I don't really know how helpful it would be to you guys, but in case you were wondering, I will try to like insert swatches, you know, somewhere in the video. So it looks like this one, and this one are the are the 4 reflective shadows, and they're versatile, pearly to iridescent finish. And then these 2 are the pressed glitters, and then this one I would assume is the pressed pearl. So in her other palette that I have, I don't really touch the glitter, so I don't really know. I might try to incorporate in this video. I'm not quite sure what look I'm going to go for. Just looking at it, I definitely want to play in these like purpley tones. I think I'm going to swatch the 4 multi-reflective. So here we have Crave, and then we have Fantasy, and then we have Daydream, and then we have Charmed. They felt nice and smooth when I, was swatching them in the pan, but this one is like speaking to me. Absolutely love that one. So I might put that one all over the lid. I don't know yet. This one too looks really pretty. For the glitters, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but they're pretty similar in like undertone. I just think this one's a little bit darker than this one, so I think maybe one of these could have been taken out and replaced with something, a little bit different. But they both look, really pretty. For some reason, I just think of like Valentine's Day or something when I see this palette, not necessarily the holidays. Could be just me, I don't know, what do you guys think? But this one here is called Infatuated, and this one is Excite. So that's what those look like. They just look so similar, especially when they're swatched, that it almost defeats the purpose of having 2, glitter shades. But like I said, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I don't know. The only thing I didn't get were the brushes. I don't know if they even like launched in Sephora. I don't know. I wasn't going to get them anyways, just because they just didn't seem like something I wanted to, spend my money on, that I probably wouldn't get much use. And I believe they're double-ended, aren't they? If not, I could be wrong, but it's just not something I personally was willing to put into my collection, if that makes sense. But I'm just putting my MAC paint pot on this side because I'm going to use the concealer in the palette on this eye. I don't want to judge the shadows off of, you know, that concealer, because you never know. Just because it's, it might not perform as well. So I don't want to, write them off if it's just something as simple as the base. So it definitely feels nice and smooth. It has a slight tint to it. It's not really picking up on the brush. Let's go with my finger. Alright, so it does have a slight tint to it. It felt, really nice and smooth as I'm spreading it out. It does have some tackiness to it. So, those are all, checkpoints I go through whenever I'm using something as a base for my eyelids. Alright, so I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I think I'm just going to start out with, Lace. It's like really pretty light purple color, and I'm just going to start running that in my crease. It does have some kick up in the pan. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I find that, her shadows do have kick up. It's not really an issue for me. But it is just something to kind of keep note of. And I think I haven't done a halo eye in so long that I don't even know if I can do one. But we're going to attempt one, I think. So I'm just going to pretty much sweep that lace shade from outer to inner corner here. And it's a really, really pretty shade. It looked like the shadow here, I don't know if you can see like that little ball spot here. It looks like that's the shadow balling up. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't know, maybe it has something to do with that concealer base we put down. But yeah, see, there's another, that's very weird. Yeah, see, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'm going to clean this brush off and go over to the paint pot side with that same shade. And see if it does it. The only bad thing I'm noticing about the kick up is this shade, where it has such, some substantial amount, is, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, is the powder, and it's like falling down onto the concealer base. So I don't know, how well or how long, that concealer base will be good for once you start getting powders mixed into there. So that's also something to kind of keep in mind. And I'm just really, really trying to build up that lace color. That's why I keep dipping. The shadow's fine. It's just me personally trying to build up this color. So that way you can really see it once I start applying more eyeshadows on top of it. And so far I haven't had any like weird like balling of the eyeshadow on this side, so it might be that concealer base we put down. So next, I think I'm going to go in with Spanked here up at the top. And pretty much do the same thing I did with that first shade. But I'm going to keep it a little bit lower. And I'm really going to pack it first on the outer and inner part of my eye. And I'm taking my Morphe M433, by the way. And then what's left over on the brush, I'm just going to kind of do windshield wipers back and forth just to blend out the color. So far these have been really nice and easy to blend. The pigmentation is there. I mean, there is fallout, you know, even with that shade, but like I said, that's not really, you know, a deal breaker. I'm just going to go back in with that first brush, the M518, and without any additional shadow, and just sweep through. Then next, I think I'm going to dip into Love Bite right next to that, and I'm just going to take a smaller tapered brush, and it's the Morphe M514, and do the same thing, but really keep this pretty low. I don't want to bring this up too high. And the same thing as the shadow before, I'm just going to really pack it from inner to outer. You hear barking in the background, I'm so sorry. This neighborhood is filled with dogs who love to bark, and it drives me insane. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take a bit of my concealer and just cut out the middle portion to do a halo eye. So I'm going to jump off camera, do that real quick, and then I think because I want to use Charmed here, which is one of the pearl ones. I have a bunch of like glitter on my hands, and some of that was from the glitter and some of it was from the pearl shades. So I think once I lay that concealer down, I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter glue on top. So that way, you know, I try to have a least amount of like glitter fall out on the bottom of my cheeks. So yeah, I'm just going to go do that real quick off camera. Okay, so I got it carved out. I think I remember why I don't like halo eyes now. I just don't think it really suits my eye shape and the fact that I have hooded eyes. I just think it looks kind of weird. Just me, but whatever. So I'm just going to take that same brush I used with the concealer and whatnot and dip into Charm here and see if I can pick any of it up on a brush. I know a lot of her formula is meant to be like used with your finger for the most part, but I just want to see if I can pick it up, and it looks like it's picking up it's picking it up, so that's nice. I'm just gonna put it everywhere I put that concealer. So I'm just gonna go in with that Love Bite, that dark purple we used, and blend out those edges. And then I'm just going to go back in with that lace color, our initial transition, just because I want to kind of bring that back in and just really go over that edge. So that's what it looks like close up. I think they're really pretty. They really work well together. They blended nice together. So I'm going to work on the bottom lash line here and pretty much just do the same thing on top down at the bottom. And so I think I'm going to take this ColourPop E11. It's just like a little flat like definer brush, and I'm going to dip into that Love Bite, and I'm going to run it from inner to outer corner, and I'm going to really connect it up here, and I'm really keeping that close to my lash line. The amount of fallout is honestly not as bad as I thought it would be, considering, you know, the amount of packing and blending and the pearl shade. And then I'm going to dip into that spanked color again and use, if I can find my brush, and use this, you know, Eco's tool that I use in just about every eyeshadow video because I love it that much. And I'm just going to use that color to really blend out that harsh line from that Love Bite. And then I'm just going to take another little Eco's tool, dip back into that lace color, and just go right on the edge of spanked. And really just get rid of that line. And then I guess the only color would be Bare that you could use for like an inner corner. And it's got some kick up. For like your inner corner and your brow bone, which is just a matte like stark white. So I'm just going to apply that in my inner corner and brow bone. I typically don't use like a white, like a matte like white. I would mainly use this to, like, if I wanted to set my eye primer, I would use that. But other than that, there's no like true highlight shade. Alright, so I'm just going to go off camera, clean this up a bit with some loose setting powder, apply some eyeliner, lashes, mascara, and then come back and give my final thoughts on the palette. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. I just threw on this Bite Beauty in Glace, which I got for like a little birthday gift, and this L'Oreal in Darling Blush. I tried on like 4 different lip products just to try to, you know, and after I put this on, I said, that's it. We're done trying. So if, you know, this kind of clashes, I'm so sorry, but I have no idea what else to use. Speaking of which, I just put this shade Tickle here on my waterline. Again, I don't know if they're water safe. I don't know if they're eye safe, so don't do that at home. But I just thought it like really helped, you know, tie in, you know, the look. I really need to invest in some colored eyeliners though. Mental note to myself. But anyways, so my thoughts on the palette. I really do like it. I enjoy it. These are the kind of colors that, you know, I would gravitate towards. I think the only one, or the only two I'm not going to get much use out of is the 2 glitters, just because I'm not a big, like, glitter shadow fan. I mean, considering there's 18 shades overall and only 2 of them, I mean, that's not terrible. And then this concealer down here, I will probably never use again. I think it was just balling up the eyeshadow, and I just don't think it had enough pigment payoff as using my paint pot. So I think that was like a, you know, a pass for me. But every other color in here, you know, was true to the color in the pan. It was blendable. It was pigmented. They were nice. You know, they work well together. They didn't, you know, get muddy or anything like that. Now, this is a, I think, $65 palette. I did pick this up while the VIP sale was going on. That is a lot of money. I think that if you have, you know, plenty of eyeshadow palettes that, especially that have these tones in them already, I don't think you need to go out and spend the money. But if these are the kind of colors you like and you're going to use, and you need, you know, a palette, I think it would be worth the money. You know, I don't know. I think I might be able to get this up before the VIP sale ends. So if I do and you want to try it, at least try getting it, you know, with, you know, 10, 15, 20% off, you know, whatever your status is. So yeah, I mean, I really, really did enjoy this palette, and I do recommend it, again, for those reasons. You know, I wouldn't go out and do this if, you know, get this if you have 1,000 other palettes, especially with the same, you know, colors. I don't think you would need it, but I really do enjoy it. I like it. I think I'll, you know, enjoy making, you know, other looks out of this. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that this worked out for me. Have you guys tried this? Have you tried anything from Huda Beauty? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, what do you think about her price point? I know she is very controversial at the moment. And yeah, I think it's just a preference thing, whether you want to choose to purchase from her or not. At the end of the day, makeup's, you know, makeup. And so yeah, if you guys like this kind of video, give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell while you're down there so you're notified every time I upload a video. And until next time, bye guys.